So there's so many different things you can do to get noticed on Facebook, but we have to back up completely before we even get into that question. Okay. And we need to, before you approach Facebook, I encourage you to really understand your goals with your business and who your audience is. And we all think we know who, we're trying to attract, but really understand who they are. Customer persona. Some people put a name to the person and their age and where they live and all that good stuff. And that's so very important for Facebook. And so before we decide what posts are going to get seen and heard by the most people possible, let's figure out who our audience is. And then go to your Facebook page, inside of Insights, and make sure you're attracting that audience. So let's say you came to me and said, okay, I want to attract women ages 30 to 45, and I want them to live only in the United States. So we're going to be general first. We'll get into more specifics later, I'm sure. But let's just say we're going to start out with surface, age,
basic demographics.
Yes, basic demographics. And then you can go to your Facebook page and look inside the Insights. We all have access to it.
This is the section of Facebook, Insights.
Yes, and it says Insights at the very top of your page. As long as you're an admin, you'll have access. And you will see exactly who you're attracting. Gender, basic demographics, gender, where they live, their age. And we can get into deeper things, and we'll get there. But just knowing that right off the bat, a lot of my clients will do that, and they'll say, Amy, I'm not even attracting the right people.
Wow.
And so right away I'll say, okay, well then let's look at the message you're putting out there, because obviously the message you're putting out there is attracting a different person than you think. Yeah. So right away I want to encourage everyone just watching now, go there and look in your Insights and make sure you're attracting who you think you are.
I literally want to stop and go do that right
now. I know. When I was preparing for this, I did it again just to make sure I was good. And I'm good because I've done it before, but it gets you a little nervous.
So you might see that it's completely different than what you thought.
Okay, so here's the deal. If you see that it's very different than you thought, really, we're making sure we're attracting people that want to buy. So you have to go back and look at your customers and who is that customer, and is that customer aligned with who your fan base is? And if it's different, I wouldn't start marketing to a different person. I'd change my message. And sometimes that means you need to go back to your buyers and ask them, what do they need? What do they want? Why did they buy? And then create posts that actually are attracting those types of people.
Well, it sounds like at the end of the day, it's just basically good business. You've got to add value. Even if the content is free, if it's not adding value to your customers or to your readers, it's not going to work.
It's true. And you started this with asking the question, what type of post really gets seen and heard? And you've probably heard it before, but it really comes down to making sure that we're using images. Images are where it's at on Facebook, video and images. So you want to make sure you have a mix of those videos and images. I say never post without an image because that's what's going to attract people in the news feed. And there's so many great free tools out. My favorite's Canva. Do you use Canva ever, your team?
I don't, but my team uses it some, and I do a lot of stuff in Keynote.
Oh, gotcha.
Which is weird because that's kind of like all-purpose graphic program. But yeah, Canva,
I've heard people doing that, so that works too. But anything that works for you, really find something that you're comfortable with if you're going to be the one generating those images, and just make sure that consistency is king. I learned that from you for sure, that you've got to be consistent with the post, and you want to mix them up. So you want to mix them up with questions and different things that will get people thinking, and thought-provoking questions. But recently I've wanted to dive into this a little bit more about the psychology of what makes people pay attention to certain kind of posts. And I read this great article about people will share and click and comment on things that will make them look good. I was listening to a podcast of yours recently, and you were saying that social media can really screw you up because you only see the great things about people. Like, everyone has an amazing life on Facebook, right?
Right.
Well, the thing is, that's true. It's unfortunate, but it is true. That's how it works right now. And people don't want to click, comment, share on things that aren't going to make them look valuable or resonate with their smart and just funny, entertaining. So when you post, think, what will this do? If someone shares this, what will that make them look like on Facebook? Because that's what people are thinking.